Will get you. Exactly, and he just never seemed to get going back to Frankfurt. I mean, absolutely no chance at all there with the cards he got.
Yeah. No, you're right. He got some decent cards. He played the hands, 21 hands it took, and he's gone. Auf Wiedersehen.
Looking at Blumeleim's last hand, the key was Pyra checking on the flop and letting Blumeleim catch up, and then getting his money in. Full house, of course, beating kings and eights in the end all. Pyra, early chip leader, very close to a double up here with 184,000, and quickly establishing himself as the man to beat early on.
Where are you from?
The gambling side of things does interest me a hell of a lot. Everything's better with a bet on. Me and my dad used to play Subbuteo. We'd have a punt on that when I was sort of 9 and 10. You know, not quite sure whether or not 9 or 10-year-olds should be punting, but certainly was. And I kind of learnt my lesson, or you'd have thought I'd have learnt my lesson, because I did my brains. He was always beating me.
Well, Andy's improved on those early days, and his poker success he now attributes to our tournament director, Mad Marty Wilson.
Mad Marty just sort of did take me under his wing a little. Improved my game a hell of a lot, and that's where I cashed in a Portuguese Open 18 months back. I cashed in this tournament last year, and in all honesty, you know, you've got to put it down to Martin.
They play for big money here, but the pressure doesn't show on Pyra.
If you're putting up $5,000 of your own cash, you want to make a day of it, don't you? You know, that's just the way I am in general. Anyway, I'm quite a happy-go-lucky fella. Nothing really gets me down, and that's my table image as well. I mean, laughing and joking. Future holds hopefully a hell of a lot of money, so I can play in this event next year.
Well, it's a good start here for Pyra. 184,000 is a strong position at this stage.
I think it was Kevin who had the 9s last time, and he hit the 9 on the flop.
Yeah, we've seen several pairs of pocket 9s tonight.
Pass.
I mean,
see how he goes now. See, he's very disciplined, ain't he?
Pass.
Oh, wow.
The piranha.
Keown's gotten out of massive trouble. And Pyra probably willing to go all the way with these before the flop.
Yeah,
Turn tomorrow to call.
Good race.
You can see Atkins' cheek twitching.
You don't want, how Andy is here with the ace-king, I mean, you don't want someone to come over the top of you when you're holding this, but in the same breath, it's the sort of hand that you don't mind calling with.
Pass.
Do you know what I mean? You never want someone coming over the top when you got ace-king, but again, you know, you think to yourself, well, if I'm 50-50, I don't mind having a go.
And the fact that Pyra's the chip leader made it easy for him to push the Atkin around. I feel like Andy's won a pot there that a lot of players wouldn't have won.
Yeah, he's won that very easy. Once you got a few chips in front of you, it's nice just to wait for someone to have a raise, and you've got a decent hand and just come straight over the top. You know, he's only got 2 hands there he don't want to see, and that's aces and kings.
Pass.
Action Andy, Piranha Pyra.
Pass.
Dancing through this table. He's having a lot of fun at it.
Raise to 10.
Call.
Call.
Kev Atkin. In a better spot than he was the last hand, but it's dangerous, those ace-7s, aren't they?
Yeah. They get you into trouble, all right?
Check.
You know, we were saying about the button raises.
17.
If he had a re-raise there, Simon has to pass.
Yeah.
You know, he's at his king here, and I think this guy will probably be folding.
Yeah, Zach's being allowed to play a little more
Pass.
aggressively than usual. I mean, Atkins come in here with a lot of confidence, I would imagine, because he got 3rd place in the World Open to Pippa Flanders. But this table may not suit him as well as the others that he's played in have. I just kind of feel that the game may be a little too fast for him.
No, there was all red cards.
I mean,
If you're sitting there with a middle ace, in a big blind and someone raises you, I don't think there's a lot of value in calling, Jesse. You've got to re-raise or just throw it away.
Well, it'll be Kavatkins on the button this hand, but not much
Pass.
interest up front.
Pass. Pass.
Hello.
Raise to 10.
Raise from Cox, 4 plus 6. I think every hand that Keown has played has been
Call.
against Cox.
Can I put cards
Yeah,
on glasses?
just the
Just the way it's
Thank
happened,
you.
really.
these
is it?
cards there. Yeah, he obviously fancies playing against him. Or this is we could almost say it's a bit of a loose call from Keown the way he's been playing. Good flop for him.
Is that
He's,
two-
he's
two
up and
clubs?
down. No, 2 spades.
15.
He'd definitely be wanting to play. Yeah.
Raise all in.
I guess it's the only move he could make right
Yeah.
there. I mean, calling
Here's your 15.
would have been too much of a stack in the pot.
Yeah, yeah.
And as it is, can he get Cox off the hand here?
Yeah, he's only got second pair. There's a couple of spades out there. Does he want to be putting all these
40,
chips in with second pair?
44 more.
Well, it's only 44 for him, but
I wonder if Cox
It's
has kind of underestimated Count here. That was a very, the bet on the flop may have been a little missized.
yeah, I always when people play this way,
44.
you know, after a flop and they're pretty short, you know they're almost definitely drawing. You know, he might even put him on a jack with him.
Feel
You know,
like
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if Count had a king,
queen,
you
jack
feel like he
nine,
would have
yeah.
smooth called for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Cox very experienced. Guess he could go down that line of reasoning.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be putting 40,000 in for this.
The
You know,
raise.
he's got a nice stack of chips.
Ian, you think
Yeah.
Ian's going to pass?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah.
It's 44,000 more.
You know, plus he saw his ace-6 last time with a 2 pair, so you know he could be putting him on a king.
I mean, I guess, you know, you said there's a spade draw out there, there's straight draws. If Cox is right, I was going to say,
Yeah.
he's not that
Pass.
far ahead, and if he's wrong, he's way behind.
Yeah, that's right. Plus, you know, as I say, he has decent chip stack. He don't want to be putting half his stack in, you know, in that hand. He can wait.
So Keown takes the pot away from Ian Cox on the flop. Revenge is sweet. That was good, but Phil Hellmuth knows how to be great.
So you want to be a great poker player? This is what you're going to have to do. You have to play very patiently at the beginning of each level when the blinds are slow. And patience is important because a lot of people that get impatient bust themselves. You're going to have to make sure that you don't make mistakes, especially obvious, silly, or stupid mistakes. You're going to have to pay attention to the players across the table from you and look at them and know whether they're weak or strong. That's what separates the men from the boys. Finally, you're going to have to be able to take advantage of that information. When you see that they're weak, you're going to have to make big bluffs. And when you see that they're strong, you're going to have to fold strong hands. And that is the secret of No Limit Hold'em.
Well, Phil Hellmuth knows the secrets, but it's up to you to follow his advice. Looks like Andy Pyra has so
Blinds
far.
up. Small blind, big blind.
Big chip movement there for Keown, who's basically
Pass.
righted himself. It was looking like he was going to be
Raise
out.
to
so
12.
back to par. Kavatkin is the short stack right now, and he's trying to change that.
Pass.
Triple in the bet.
Pass.
And he picks up the
Pass.
pot. He looks menacing, don't he?
Just thinking back on that hand with Cox. I mean, if he had just sat and thought about it a little while, wouldn't a check raise have been better on the flop, or would that? No, was there any better way for him to play that hand? I mean,
You know, I think when some of these some guys, they take quite a bit of time thinking about it. I don't know whether they actually backtrack the hand, you know, and how did he bet pre-flop, you know,